was one of my favorite songs of all times. Reminds me of that trip to Utah. Remember when you were a kid?
So you know, I knew you had one, but I didn't know if you knew I had a couple extras. So you never know where these might pop up, Robert.
Really, really.
Looking very dapper this morning. Got
Yes,
tux on. No, I mean, well, you look dapper there, but I mean, with the tux on and everything.
Oh yeah. What people can't see is, of course, I'm sitting here in a pair of blue shorts, you know, so because the weather's nice today and it's my birthday, I can wear anything I want, okay?
As long as you don't wear the birthday suit, we're good.
Yes, I've got it, yes.
Okay, eat the cake.
It's okay.
Because Dan would be coming out of the woodwork saying, what Robert meant to do was to...
I'm going to go mute, audio off, video off.
Mute. Yes, yeah.
I do think between Robert and I, we need to get one of those red buttons just to hit.
Yes.
That just stops everything all at once.
Yeah. So looking at your background there, Don, reminds me of the very first one of these that I ever did. So Zillow interviewed me about 6 years ago and wanted to have a picture of me sitting at my desk, and I had all kinds of junk on my desk, and they said, oh no, we're just going to get the middle. So of course the video comes out and they have the whole desk and there's all kinds of junk on my desk and whatever. So looking at your corner of your office, I can see why.
I don't know if that was I think that was a subtle hit there.
I'm thinking it really wasn't.
No,
it really wasn't.
It's good.
I mean,
it's a sign of a busy mind, you know.
It's the book I've been telling everybody they need to read, exactly what to say for real estate agents. I mean, there's all of the stuff here. Amazing book. It's what I've been doing the Build Your Business on for the past 3 weeks. And I think we have another couple weeks left to go on it. Good thing you don't see the front of my damn desk. That's
yeah, well, you can't see mine either, so it's all good.
All right, Tara, I see Tara's on as well. Tara, is your camera working?
Tara Clark.
Tara?
My camera's working. I'm just parking my car.
Oh, okay. All right.
And Ronnie, how did you claim the broker mint king crown from Zyra? I thought she made it clear that she was the broker mint king and queen both. I'm a little curious. Hey Dan, I think we've set a record. We have at 5 minutes before the meeting, 36 in attendance.
That's right.
This is a record.
That's an early show record so far.
Yeah, well,
so Ron Sullivan,
I mean, look at this star-studded panel we have. Of course they're going to show up early for this.
What was your question, Robert?
Are you in Ocala?
I am, sir.
Whereabouts?
I'm down in Oak Run, Southwest.
Oh, yeah.
End of about 200.
You're about 5 miles from me.
Yes, sir.
So yep. That's a target-rich environment in there. I used to sell lots of homes.
Getting lots of calls here, so.
How many homes are there in Oak Run, Ron?
3,800.
3,800. Amazing.
Correct, and we have about 25 available right now to buy.
Really? Out of 3,800, wow. So I was talking to a friend of mine in Austin. He says every listing that goes on the MLS within 3 days has 30 to 40 offers.
Yep, I believe that. I came from Austin.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
I did. When I moved in, this was in 16, the houses were selling for around 200,000 on the southwest. I was on the southern end of the city. When I left 2 years later, 2.5 years later, they were going for about 400,000.
Amazing.
Where was that at, Ron? Was that near Buda? Where was it at? South?
No, I was actually right down off of William Cannon and I-35, which is just about the southern end. And it's like a tech quarter from there all the way down to San Antonio, and you just can't find enough housing.
We
Yeah,
just
I
had
grew
a
up in Texas.
traditional, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, Dan.
No, I was just saying, I grew up in Texas, so I've lived in all those different areas and know it very well.
The bad news is Austin never really widened I-35. I mean, I went through there in the 70s, going down to Randolph Air Force Base.
Mhm.
And it was the same road when I came back, a few years ago. I was like, really? So
Yeah, downtown, they got the upper and lower, and that's about it. And it's doesn't matter which one you take, it's going to be backed up.
yeah.
Good morning, Mustafa. Thank you for the well wishes. I was going to say, I was just overhearing JB the other day talking about how things are, I mean, we all know this, but he's got a brand new agent, just new in the business, got a listing. Hadn't even negotiated a deal yet, put it on the MLS, within 2 days had 11 offers, didn't know what to do with them. Like, just
Welcome to Real Estate 2021.
right.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. Still waiting on Tara. Tara, are you going inside, or you are doing this from the car? There
Okay.
she is.
I'm
She is
here.
inside.
There we go. Hey, Tara.
There she is.
Hello.
Candy Cologne said good morning, our marketing queen. Good morning, Candy. Mike Marto, good day, sir. We are at 84 and it is still 3. This is a record, Dan. This
Could
is
be a
an
good day.
absolute.
They got the rock stars. What do you want?
That's exactly right. When you got a rock star panelist like this, I mean, people are going to show up. Well, and it helps that maybe Robert's got a little birthday today, and we're going to make a big announcement today as well. So this is going to be a special day at Robert Slack 4.0. So you guys jumped on the right episode, the right time to be a rockstar agent. This was a perfect month. So you get to this show, Don, this might go down in history. We might you've got the recording on. I see that. So this could be a historic show.
But you know what, Dan? There is never a bad time to be a rock star agent.
This is true.
That is a good point. Good point.
Slack Academy agents are in the house today too. Hello, Slack Academy. Hi, Debbie Toohey.
All right, for all of you that are out there, there's 130 of you right now. Let's come on. Let's see what you got in the chat. Come on. We're going to wait a little bit. I want to read some of your chat messages. They're coming across the screen.
Morning, Bob.
Good morning, Rob Reeby. You put one pending at 3 a.m. this morning, so I'm not sure how you are even awake right now, Rob Reeby.
Yeah, but Rob's one of these guys. He can write contracts in his dreams, Dan. You know, that's
He must have. I actually saw it come through about, I think it was like 3:04 this morning. It was the first pending of the day. So.
What's the announcement? Well, Kat Flanagan, you're just going to have to wait to find out what the announcement is. Happy 50th birthday, Robert.
Yes. Yeah. So Kat Flanagan was telling me that I popped up in her dreams the other night, but I won't embarrass her and have her tell you all what she was dreaming about. But
I can promote her to panelist real quick and let her share.
Oh boy.
She was drowning and I saved her out of the water. So that has to be a little freaky because I don't even swim. So.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
Dan, 179, and it is not yet 11 o'clock straight up.
There we go. I tell you, everybody wanted to get on board.
So I'm guessing there are going to be 527. I'm gonna write it down.
Oh, nah, that's impossible.
He's
Go ahead, write
the number down.
We're talking employees, we're talking agents, we're talking Venezuela, perhaps. We're talking
375.
375?
I mean, yeah, 375. because I'm just going to wait until we get started. I mean, I'm going to wait till it gets to 375. I'm just going to text all my friends and give them the link real quick.
No, now the rule is we look at the top number. So whatever, I'll keep my eye on it throughout the whole webinar, because some people may join late just to see what they might or might not miss.
Morning, Mark Taylor.
We'll give them a few more.
Hugo says, not impossible, but I'm possible. I like that.
Real tour time. Good morning. Good morning, Lewis. Happy birthday, Mr. Slack.
Oh, we are going to crush
Happy birthday,
375,
Mr.
Dan.
Slack. Best wishes.
Thank you.
It's your birthday today, Robert?
I'm not sure. It's the first. Yeah, it might be it could be. Yeah.
Could be. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Howard
happy birthday.
Leitner kicking it in the keys. Tell Lily we said hello, Howard.
All right.
273, 281. Dan, I think you're going down with the 375. You're going to be under, buddy. Under.
Nope. I'm going to be all over it.
Nope.
All over it.
Either way,
Thank
it's
you,
going to be a great-
Katharina. I appreciate it. Very good.
I think the entire Naples team is not going to show because they are all out there selling. So
That's quite possible. Yeah.
The only reason you would be a no-show is because you were showing, right? That is for sure. All right, next person's 300. Let's see.
There we go.
There's the 300.
I am going to start sharing the screen if that's good, Dan. Or do you want to keep it on this
Absolutely. Well, you know what? Before you share the screen, there's now that we have 300 on, I just want to.
Embarrassed me yet again.
Well, how do you not? That's just awesome. That is just awesome, right there.
The only thing is, it looks as though I'm kind of like this.
You got two fingers up there, Robert, not one. All right, and you got your green tea in your cup.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that. All right. Happy birthday to Robert. Let's get this party started.
Let's get this party
Perfect.
started, Dan. Boom.
So we're gonna flip over. You can see, let's make sure I can see the screen. I've got two different screens going on here. So all of you can see there, it's Rockstar Agents and State of the Company. We combined the two. And we combined Robert's birthday, and we're going to have an announcement at the end of this. So as you can see, we do have some Rockstar Agents this month. What are we up to? 335 people. We've got how many internationally viewing, Don?
1.275 million.
Another 1.275 million watching internationally. So no pressure to our panelists. Cassandra, I saw that. It's like, oh boy, I didn't realize we're going to have an international audience as well. But of course, I mean, everybody wants to know what's going on with Robert Slack, how we're selling properties, how we're hitting records every single year, not just hitting records, but really knocking it out of the park. And it's because we've got a lot of Rockstar Agents. Today, we have 5 Rockstar Agents. So let me kind of walk through what we're going to do today. We're going to go, we're going to introduce the Rockstar Agents, but really then we're going to go off screen and we're going to talk about just a real quick, a little bit of the company, where we're going, where we've been and where we're going. Bring back the Rockstar Agents, and we're going to just ask some questions. It's going to be just like coffee time, right? Having some coffee at the for breakfast, and I'll just ask some questions, and you guys just candidly answer them, knowing that you have agents watching that have probably not even started with Robert Slack yet, right? Literally are signed up for Slack Academy to start next month. Some are in Slack Academy, and some are going through training, and some of them might just have joined one of the teams in the last, let's say, week or two, right? Your audience includes that, all the way to agents who have been with us for 6 years. So understanding who our audience is, and when I ask some of the questions, you'll understand why I'm specific on like Ron, 6 months with us. And so Ron, I'm going to ask that question and some of those questions for those newer agents, because obviously he joined us and has been a rock star just from the beginning with pendings and closed and so on. So let's go ahead and let's go to the next page. We'll start this first, and then we're going to come back to our Rockstar Agents, everybody. Oh, by the way, we've got Jackie, we got Ron, we got Cassandra, we got Ron, and we got Tara. Hey, we had 2 Rons. 2 Rons. Ron, Don, Dan, Rob. Wow. Okay. All right.
2 Rons make it right.
2 Rons make it right. Oh boy, we're gonna have fun on this one already. I can see it.
I like
All
it.
right. So, by the way, if you haven't noticed, happy birthday to our fearless leader, Mr. Robert Slack. Robert, look at some of these pictures. Any of those look familiar to you?
Crazy.
I think the wedding picture, the Ozzy Osbourne,
Ozzy.
everybody, if you weren't with us for a long time, yes, Robert did dress up as Ozzy Osbourne at our second company party, which was 3 years ago. And there his lovely wife, Sharon. Nora. And Robert did even sing a song, I believe, didn't you, Robert?
No, but I got the Aussie bit right. Okay.
And then you can see year 3 was Robert went to the moon and back at our company party.
Still hold the record, Dan. There and back in 20 minutes.
You did it. You did an amazing job there and back in 20 minutes. And then, of course, last year, as you could see, we did the what was it last year? The
Greatest Showman.
The Greatest Showman. How many of you on this call actually saw The Greatest Showman? Even those of you that are out there in Never Land in chat. So you're in chat. There's 3 of them right there, Robert, right? So we've got Ozzy, we've got Robert going to the moon, and we've got Robert as the Greatest Showman. I want you to put in chat which one you liked best. And I want you to do that while we watch this next quick video. Don, hit it. It is your special day. Just wanted to say happy birthday. I know that we couldn't throw this huge party and get everybody together and come to you. So what a better way than doing that? Then I believe you're going to like this even better. No gifts, but a few people behind me are going to speak from the heart as well and wish you a happy birthday. We wish you a very happy birthday on this special day. You're an amazing person, and I think you'll like what you're going to hear as well.
Happy birthday, Robert. We wish you an awesome day, and thank you for your impact on my life and all of our lives. We appreciate all that you do every single day, and we wish you an awesome, new, prosperous year of life.
Hey, Robert, I just wanted to take a quick couple minutes just to wish you a very, very happy birthday. I am indebted to you. I'm impressed by you. And quite frankly, sir, I aspire to be like you. What you do for this family, what you do for your family, what you do for literally thousands of people in the state currently is beyond compare. You have the best birthdays and have a terrific year.
Happy birthday! I hope you have an awesome day.
Happy birthday, Robert! We love you!
Hi, Robert. Happy birthday to you. I hope you have an incredible day, and may this be your best year ever.
Robert, I just want to wish you a very happy birthday. Thank you so much for all you do for me and everybody else. You're the best.
Feliz cumpleaños, Robert. Thank you for being the greatest boss ever, and you're only getting younger.
Happiest of birthdays to you, Robert. Thank you so much for your leadership and your vision. Here's hoping it's the best year ever.
Happy birthday, Robert. Winston Churchill once said, "My tastes are simple. I'm easily satisfied with the best." I strive to be the best for you, sir, every day. Thank you for the trust that you have in me. And again, happy birthday.
Good morning, Robert. I just wanted to wish you a very happy birthday and hope that this year brings you lots of new dreams and accomplishments along the way. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Robert. So thankful for this amazing company that you really took a leap of faith in. Wishing you many more years of blessing and health. Happy birthday. Here's to 2021.
Happy birthday to an amazing man. I hope you have a wonderful day, and this year brings you so much joy and happiness. Love you. Happy birthday.
Hey, Robert, I want to wish you a very happy birthday. We're out here meeting new agents, putting new homes under contract, and just growing the vision. We're so thankful for you and everything you've done. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Robert. I want to personally thank you for all your hard work and efforts to keep this company headed in the right direction. Please keep dreaming big. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Robert, and thank you for everything.
Hold that thought. I want to get it caught up. There's some latency there.
Thank you to our families.
Hope you enjoy your special day.
Happy birthday, Robert. May your day be so blessed as you bless so many. Happy birthday.
Hi, Robert. Walter and I want to wish you a very happy birthday. I hope you have an amazing day and an awesome week. And thank you so much for everything you do for me and the company. I couldn't ask better boss.
To the man, the myth, and the legend. I hope you have a very happy birthday.
Sorry, that's really getting creepy.
I was going to warn you that it's still late, but it's not the video.
Hey Robert, I hope you have an awesome birthday. Take care.
Happy birthday, Robert. May God bless you many more years of good health and the love of your family. Thank you for everything you've done for this company. We love you. Enjoy your special day.
Happy birthday, Robert.
I think we're working on the details in the background. So Robert, we're doing.
We are trying to work on the details in the background.
Okay.
I will share more of that later.
Yeah. So what we've got here, we've got this one.
You have an amazing day.
There we go.
Let's try that again. So what we did, Robert, that was the corporate staff and team leaders. We also sent one out to the agents. And we can't show the agent one now because it's only going to be about 30 or 40 minutes. So we're going to send you the link to that one. You could probably, get your iced tea later on tonight, maybe a couple of tissues and sit back and watch them a little bit later because you'll enjoy what you see. No question about it.
Well, thank you, everybody. It's I'm going to have to take a 2-minute time out to run and get the Kleenex as it is. So, but I want to thank you all for the good wishes. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you. So
absolutely. All right. So what we're going to do is that we're going to send you those 2 links. You'll get to watch those a little bit later. And we're going to go over through some numbers right now, right? So before we get into the Rockstar Agent, I want to just cover a couple of things. I want to go back. I want to talk to you about where we were, where we're going. You probably have seen these slides somewhere before, but we've just updated them because we just closed 2020. And so we've updated our numbers for 2020 there and put in our forecast for 2021. So as you can see, the company growth of number of agents, we finished the year. Our goal was 600. We finished at 601. So we brought on almost 200 agents last year. And of course, a lot of that is in the new divisions. Remember, we've got all the new divisions now. And so we went from 3,754 transactions in 2019, and we finished last year. I say we, all of you, the agents and everybody on here finished last year, 5,243 transactions. And I always have to say that when I talk to people is because Robert and I didn't sell any of those. Robert and I haven't sold a house in this company in the last 4 years. So it's our agents that are being very, very successful. It's all of you that are being very successful. And look at that number for next year or for this year, I guess now, right? By the way, we grew the company 41% in 2020 during a pandemic. And so you guys are amazing. This is why we were able to do this. And for all of you agents that are on here just listening and wanting and maybe just getting started, maybe going through Slack Academy, maybe just even thinking about joining Robert Slack, I want you to have a pen and paper because you're going to want to take some notes. And not just you, I want everybody to have pen and paper because you're going to get some good nuggets out of these conversations today of what makes us successful and what makes these agents successful. We finished at $1.5 billion in real estate sales last year. The first year that we have gone over $1 billion in sales. As you can see, the year before that, we were at 964. We were shooting for $1 billion. We finished at 964 million. And then last year we topped $1.5 billion. So congratulations. Our goal next year, 1.85 billion. And so I say next year, this year, 1.85 million. And we're excited to try to get that. I just wanted to have a reminder out here, right? The new piece of technology that we're sitting here looking at is Brokerment. I hope all of you have gone and you started taking Brokerment classes, because as of February 1st, we're moving over. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more. If you haven't done that, get with your team leader. Make sure you get on the links. They're 10 to 2 every single day. We have training 10 to 2 every single day. But guess what? It's not going to take just one 10 o'clock meeting and one 2 o'clock. You're going to have to go to multiple, right? Multiple classes to make sure that you are ready to start writing deals in Brokerment. All right. All right. I assume all of you had your goals for 2021. I think most of you increased your goals, right? For 2021, probably about 10, 15, 20, 25%, maybe the number of transactions, maybe the number of volume. And I can tell you the agents that are going to follow this, follow the top 10, master these top 10 actions, will increase their business 20, 25%. So if you look at it, again, attend the Build Your Business webinars, master the top 5 objections videos. You know what those are. Sending those push listings, utilizing the smart list, use the Robert Slack transaction coordinator. If you haven't got a TC yet, you probably want to start using the transaction coordinators that we have here at Robert Slack now. Okay. All of these, I want you, if you're on here, we're at 400 people right now. We just topped the 400 people. If any of these, I want you all agents to challenge your team leaders and say, there's 1 or 2 of these things on this list that I'm not really sure about. Can you help me? Can you walk me through these 2? Because I know they're on there. I know I'm supposed to know them, but can you just help me get a little bit more knowledge on these 2 things? Because I want to take my business to the next level in 2021. Okay, so I'm going to challenge all of you to do that. Participate in the ISA live lead transfers. My goodness, that is going crazy right now. We're selling a lot of homes from our database. Those are live leads coming through. Negotiate, buyer chooses title. It's a tough market. We were just talking about that. Robert was talking earlier that the people down in Austin, every time they put a listing out, there's 30 offers on it, right? So if you're not using the negotiate, the buyer chooses title as part of every offer you're writing today, you're missing out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, talk to your team leader right after this call, please. Matter of fact, text them right now unless you're a panelist. All right, partner with your affiliated companies to close more deals. We've got some flyers coming out. Matter of fact, they'll be out tomorrow for all of you, right? Because we talk about the affiliated companies, but we don't say, well, why should you use them? Why should your client use them? What's the call to action? What's the value proposition of using Florida title? What's the proposition for using Florida funding? And we put that all in a flyer so it's easy so that you can sit there and have that communication with your clients to know why. All right. And like what we're doing right now, number 9, right? We're on here, read the weekly Slack news that comes out every Friday, read the monthly newsletter that comes out, and also join the quarterly. We're not doing this quarterly, are we, Don? Are we doing state of the, I think we're doing this monthly now. Or are we still quarterly on this webinar? And attending the state of the company webinar. Okay, yep. Make sure that you're doing those. There's so much knowledge that's out there. Please make sure you're attending it or joining or reading each and every one of those. And use a virtual assistant. We've got the virtual assistants now available for you as well. If you don't know what I'm talking about, again, talk to your team leaders about VAs and TCs. All right. And we put a little bonus down there, right? We put a little bonus, set up each property in your local MLS search. Don't just rely on YLOPO search, okay? And you know where we got that? We got that from a couple of Rockstar agents. Matter of fact, not a couple, the entire panel back in September. They all said that they set up their searches in both the MLS and their YLOPO. And that's why they're getting so many people re-engage, because half are engaging in the YLOPO and then half are going back to their MLS search. So tip of the day, if you're not doing it, make sure you're doing it. All right. So what's next, Ron? I mean, Don, it's all me.
It is all you. It is our
All right.
rock stars.
So let's
with
talk
all
some
of their
rock
information.
stars. Good morning, rock stars.
Morning.
It is still morning. All right. So now we're at 399. Somebody left. I don't know who it was. 399, but we'll search them down. We'll tell them to get back on here because it's going to get good right about this point. And our national worldly audience is just over 1.5 million people watching. So again, no pressure whatsoever for you guys. So ladies and gentlemen, we've got Jackie. Jackie, wave to us, Jackie. Jackie is down off the Naples team. Jackie, I think last year closed over about 28 properties, somewhere in that range. I think she still got 4 pending. That's about $11 million in business, and just kind of loves every single day about it. So everybody, Jackie. We've got Ron Summer. Ron, where are you at? Ocala area, right, Ron?
That's
Ron's
correct.
been with us less than 6 months, or right at 6 months, joined us in June. Came out of the gate like a thoroughbred. I knew Robert would like that because he has horse races up there. So out of a thoroughbred, just keep on going. He's consistent. 3 or 4 closed already, multiple pendings, and there's going to be, Ron, there's going to be a lot of agents that are going to want to know, wait a minute, how did you do that? So I'm going to ask you some questions a little bit later. Cassandra, where are you at? There she is, Cassandra. 24 closed, almost $6 million, and just down in the South Miami area. Tell us exactly where, Cassandra. Are you in what area?
I'm right before the Keys, Homestead.
Right before the Keys. All right. Well, we're going to be down there to see you in a couple of weeks, matter of fact. And then Ron number 2. Ron number 2 with 25 closed deals last year, somewhere in that range, almost $6 million. And on the Polk team, and I think you're out in Mineola. Are you still in Mineola, Ron?
I am in Mineola, yeah.
Yeah. And Ron, my goodness, you've almost 2 years, I think, you're going on 2 years, pretty close. I remember the day that we actually met and interviewed and talked. So welcome. And then we have Tara Clark. Tara, she's in San Francisco. Hello. She's on vacation today in San Francisco, it looks like. Tara's out on the East Coast, killing it. 18 and a half, 19 closed. She's got another 8 or 9 or 10 pending. It's crazy. Crazy volume, almost between those two, 4.5 million closed, 2 to 3 million pending. So, most people thought the East Coast was slow, but I guess you're showing them that's not the case. So
definitely.
All right. So everybody that got on this call, we're 405 people. All right. They're on here because they want to know, they want to hear from you, not from me. I can promise you, Robert and myself and Don could stand up here all day long and say, do this, do this, do this, and it means nothing. Because why? Because I said this earlier, we haven't sold a house in 4 or 5 years, okay? I think real estate and technology has changed dramatically in those last 4 to 5 years. I think it's changed dramatically in the last 12 months, right? And so the first question I have, let's start, Terry, I'm gonna start with you, all right? Again, no pressure. I just want to know, this is easy. We're just having a conversation. I want to know, Sarah, how do you start your day?
With alcohol. Say no, I'm just kidding.
Well, you know what? 27 pendings and are closed and a couple. You know what? You know, do what you got to do.
No, I have my little frou-frou coffee drink. I take my shower, walk my dog, and then literally I'm up at 5 a.m. So once the baby is up and to school, I'm literally on my laptop.
So you start your day, you get in there, and by 8 o'clock, whatever, you're rocking and rolling, and you're in real estate mode.
Even sometimes before then. Usually I try not to start making calls around 7. Wow. Before people start going to work. So.
All right. Okay. Ron, what do you do? How do you start your day in the real estate side? I mean, you really, because this is all mindset, I think, right? I mean, especially now because we work from home, and there's a lot of people that go, wow, I can't work from home. I can't motivate myself. I need to really be in an office. Ron, how do you do it?
Which Ron?
Ron Espita.
Okie dokie. My mornings are really busy as well. I've got 3 kids, 16, 6, and 4. So I get up at 7 and I start getting everybody up to, get them ready for school. So about 9 o'clock, everybody's gone. And that's when I, go lock myself up in a room and get on the MLS, see, check out my searches, see if anybody's hearted anything. Then I check my follow-up boss, see if I've got any Y priority, Y low pose, anything that I need to touch base with right away. And just stay in there, make some calls, emails, texts, clips, videos, just trying to stay engaged with people and make things happen, set up showings.
Well, and that's what's important is getting in there first thing but not just getting in there, but it's knowing where to start, right? It's knowing where to start your day. Jackie, what do you do when you start your day and you're getting in the office? What are you looking for? I mean, again, remember, we got new agents that they're setting up their office right now.
Well, unlike everybody that's spoken already, I have no life. I don't have kids at home. So if I'm awake, I'm working. First thing I do is grab my phone as soon as I wake up. I always will have a lead that came in the wee hours, never fails. So I will immediately contact that person in some way. I don't like to call people before 9 o'clock just because you never know. I like to check the area code. I don't call somebody with an area code from California because they're 3 hours earlier. You can't assume that they're here in town. Sometimes I get a little upset with YLOPO. They're texting people. They don't care what area code it is. And I don't know if there's any way we can tweak that because I've had people respond a little nasty because sometimes they're here, so it's okay. But a lot of times we have to pay attention to what area code the lead is coming from. If the lead came in at 3 in the morning, we can assume that they might be in California. Maybe it was midnight there. So pay attention to where your lead is from is the top thing I'd tell any new agent.
Yeah.
So I hit them hard before I'm even out of bed, I'm sending messages from my bed, then I'll get up and just continue from there. I don't stop till I go to bed.
What's the first thing that you look at when you get into your office? I mean, from technology or whatever that case may be.
I think the first thing I probably look at is text messages. From text messages, I'll handle those. Then I'll check my email immediately. And then I'll go into my follow-up boss and see what kind of messages, hand raisers. I like to look at my smart lists. I like to use Recently Active. Recently Active is my smart list that has been my go-to list from the day I started here.
Okay, excellent. And Ron Summer.
Well, like a lot of them, I start before I even get out of bed. First thing I'm checking is my calendar. What's on the schedule for the day, and along with that is I have a lot of calls that I plan to make that day. When I actually sit down at the desk, I'm checking priority leads. I want to know who's, if I got new leads, things come in overnight. Believe it or not, I get 2 or 3 at night sometimes. And then I start working through all those lists that are on the, in follow-up boss. And then just start working the list. The one thing at the end of the month, I start looking at the reassigned to pool list. In case there's somebody I missed, you try not to do that, but that's where I start.
So it sounds like all of you use the Y priority list. The smart list. You're looking at the Y priority, the hand raisers. These are the people they're doing something within our system, right? So why wouldn't you start with those every single day and probably end with those every single day? I'm going to guess, and making sure that we're following up with those first and last. So let me ask you this, Cassandra. Did I ask you that question?
No, you didn't.
I didn't. I was saving it the best for last. No, I didn't say that either. Cassandra, I'm sorry I forgot you. Please, how do you start your day?
So pretty much, I wake up real early, 6 o'clock. I like to meditate. I have a 7 and a 10-year-old. So I take them to school. I like to motivate myself in the morning. I put motivational speakers on. I listen to a lot of Les Brown, Tony Robbins, and on the way to school, I'm listening to that. I'm motivating the kids, motivating myself. Then once I get home, I got to drink my café con leche. I have to have my coffee. Then I have to.
It's a Cuban thing. And I just start looking at my tasks, what has to be done. I also look to see what leads have came in the night. And I also check to see my email, if anybody's responded back to, any of my emails that I sent. I also look at who's ever been in my MLS. I have it connected to my phone, what they've liked, and I automatically start calling the ones that were Harding properties in the MLS. Those are my first ones that I call.
So again, all of you out there, write it down. Every single search, you should go back today look at all your searches you might have in your, YLOPO, and make sure those searches are in your MLS. You heard 3 or 4 people talk about it here. We started with that. If you're not doing it, you're missing out. You're missing out because some people, 1% will respond back to those and 1% will respond back to you. Why not have both going?
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So I'm gonna Sandra, since I left you out last time, I'm gonna start with you. How's that?
Okay.
All right. Oh, we're friends again, right?
Fine.
Okay, good. All right. So what they want to know, what do you think? What's your magic sauce? What is it that you do, that you think that you do, that makes you so successful? Again, remember, we got new agents and we've got some agents that are out there selling 6, 7, 8 a year, and they want to sell 20 something like all of you. What do you think the magic sauce is for you?
It's really all about mindset, not giving up. You're going to have that angry client over the phone, it hangs up on you. Don't let that ruin your day. Keep on going. Don't compare your success to other people. Look at, see what they're doing. Maybe that can help out your business. Maybe your circumstances are different than theirs, and just keep on going. You never know. It's that one lead, that one phone call that can turn up to be something bigger than you. You just never know. And working every day hard, going, being productive. I think that's what's helping me is mainly, not giving up, and doing the best that I can, treating the 50,000, 60,000, 80, whatever price range it is, treating everyone the same and showing how genuine you are and how much you love what you do. That's what's helping me.
Awesome. Awesome. Jackie?
Yeah, I agree with Cassandra wholeheartedly. Most importantly, be authentic. Don't make believe you're somebody else. Treat everybody with respect. You never know anyone's story. Everybody is worthwhile. Don't underestimate the little leads you come in just because they have a small dollar amount. They might want to buy 3 homes, not just one. It could be an investor. They could have wealthy friends. One lead that I got was just a little lead. It didn't work out, but he brought his friends on a showing. I made friends with their friends. Ended up being the biggest sale of the year. I sold their house. They bought a house. I got a lead at their open house. I bought and sold them a house. Man, it was like Christmas. So don't underestimate the little ones that come in. Don't think it's a waste of your time, because you never know. And don't underestimate an individual just because they may not appear to be the best buyer. You don't know anyone's story. You don't know what kind of day they've had. Be respectful. Everyone has value. End of story.
Wow. Forget real estate. That had nothing to do with real estate, folks.
Yeah.
Seriously. And I say this all the time. This isn't, you're not going to ever tell somebody to buy a house. What's going to help somebody is don't give up. Be authentic. Be respectful. Everybody's worthwhile. Be genuine. Be humble. Be kind. That's going to sell homes. Yeah. Wow. Thank you, Jackie. Tara, what's your magic sauce?
I'm gonna
Besides
say,
drinking liquor in the morning, but go ahead.
That's always the sauce. I agree with both of the girls, definitely, wholeheartedly. For me, I have a lot of out-of-state buyers. I have to say, I go above and beyond. I had a buyer that I showed houses to last week, and he's from New England. I'm from New England, and he's like, I'm so excited. You got Dunkin' Donuts coffee. So we went to see 8 homes, and I didn't know exactly what coffee he likes, but I got him a little $8 gift card to Dunkin' Donuts and said, coffee's on me, first time meeting. If I know they have kids, I always pack snacks. If I just think outside of the box, you know, and for me, title companies, certain lenders, they become your best friends, inspectors, you know. So at Christmas, Valentine's Day, well, for Valentine's Day now, I'm doing chocolate covered strawberries, chocolate covered pineapples for all the title companies I worked with and all the lenders I've worked for, and, you know, the inspector that I've used, just to, you know, keep top of mind type of thing.
Very good. Very good. Rana Spida, what's your magic sauce?
What's that?
What's your magic sauce?
You know, just communicating with folks, like she had said, being genuine, going above and beyond, you know, and being flexible, you know, listening to what they are asking you for, what location, you know, that's important. Listen more than you talk, I think, and take all those notes down and try to find them something that has most of those things. It'll be hard to find something. And I also try to do the expectations with them. I'm like, okay, I got everything you want. Just realize, you know, I'm going to try to find that, but chances are you're going to have to give in on something, you know, and try to find out what that something is too. Say, hey, if you had to drop something from this list, what would it be? This way I know, you know, said that being flexible, also going above and beyond. When I go show a house, I try not to show just one house. I try to find another house in that area, and it's kind of a surprise to them. So we'll go on the showing and we look at the house, and I'm like, at the end of it, we talk, and I'm like, you know, if you guys got a few more minutes, I got another house lined up right down the street. And that impresses them. They're like, what? Really? Sure. And I've sold a couple houses just like that. That second house has sold. So it works, and it shows people that, hey, this guy, you know, he's on it. You know, he's doing extra. He's just not here to meet us for one house and see you next time. Because honestly, you don't know if you're going to see that person again. It happens to all of us. So try to do as much as you can when you do meet them, and find out as much information as possible.
So for you new agents, I think that's a great thing. Be flexible. You think you're going to go one way today, and it's going to be totally the opposite of what you expected your day to look like. So that's real estate, right? So I like that one. Thank you, Ron. Be flexible for sure. Mr. Sommer, magic sauce.
Well, there's a couple of things. One, I try to do all the stuff that we've actually got on our list. Responding to leads quickly, even late at night. I'll send them an email. I'll say, hey, you know, due to the hour, I'll reach back to you in the morning. Feel free to call me if you want, you know, anytime after a certain time in the morning. Lets them know at least you're seeing what's going on. The other thing that I do is once I've actually talked to somebody, I'll document in the background section of Follow-Up Boss. I'll put in asterisk, looking for, and I literally keep it at the top of that frame. And it talks about they want a 3-2, they want this price range, they want whatever their key things are. And below that, then of course, you document. Everything you do is important. So that's just some of the stuff I do. The other thing that I do is I do get out probably once a week, 2-3 hours. I'll go out with one of the other agents. We look around communities. We get to know what's going on. I think one of the things that, you know, it helps clients to know when you walk into a place, and those businesses know you, those builders and stuff. Hey, you're not just some guy, there's some houses here, let me show you. You've actually done your research. Those people welcome you and know you. They call you by name. So that kind of sets you up as an authority in the area. I don't know, that's just some of the stuff. And one of the things we're getting ready to do is actually start videoing some of these communities. So earlier we'd been talking, and Robert asked, you know, a little bit about what community I'm in, how many homes, and lots of sales opportunities. We're actually going to start doing videos of these communities. So when people inquire and say, I'm looking at a house here, hey, let me send you this video. It's a drive-through. It shows the amenities, you know, the pools and however many, whatever you have to offer. So it's a quick way to help yourself as well and build that inventory. So not just for this one, but I've got brochures on things down the road, because there's 5 or 6 55 plus communities right here in this part of Ocala. And so I've got brochures. Hey, here's everything about the community. They got a bowling alley. They got this, whatever you're looking for. It really helps establish you when you're talking to clients, because now it's not just, you know, they're going to show me a house and they don't know anything about it.
So all of you out there, thank you, Ron. All of you out there, I mean, again, I hope you're taking notes, right? I mean, again, if you're a brand new agent, you're 6 months in, or if you're 3 years, 5 years in, and you want to double your business, I mean, just respond quickly, right? The first thing you said, it's speed to lead. It's speed to lead. This is a business, right? Background, I used to do the same thing. I'd go to the background, I'd put the search criteria in the very top. It was always there. It's always there when I look at it, go back to the file. So all of you agents, brand new agents, if you're not using the background section and putting all your notes in there, you're missing out. As all of us probably would attest on this call, at some point when you just started with Robert Slack, or even started in real estate, you thought you would remember every single client that you had, and you thought you'd remember their family and the kids' names, their birthdays, and the properties they're looking at. That lasted how long, guys? A day, 2 days? And then reality hits when you get all these leads, and it's like, oh my God, I don't remember who was Mary and Bob and who's flying from Chicago and who's living in Fort Myers right now. Notes, 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 notes.
Hey, Dan, I got one more thing to add.
Please.
We know inventory is pretty tight, and sometimes people, you know, they're looking in a specific area. I'll drive around in that area and I'll look for sale by owners. Tap into that market, you know, because I've sold a few of those as well. I go there, I take a picture of the sign, I call the person right away, blah, blah, blah. I let them know I'm a realtor. I'm not looking to list your house. I have customers looking for a house just like yours, you know, and I've sold a couple of those that way. It's just another resource that's out there.
Yeah, I mean, and you guys are out there driving all the time. You see it all the time. As you just said, take a picture of it. When you get back to the office, you probably have a client that would like that house. It fits that search criteria. So great, great idea. Great idea. All right, question number 3. Let's see, Jackie, I'm going to start with you. Okay. All right, Jackie. So question number 3. What use of technology that we have do you feel has been the biggest attribute to your success? What one piece of technology that we have as a company that you say that if I didn't have that, or I probably wouldn't sell the 28.5 homes and 11 million?
Oh my God, all of it, because it all works with each other. I don't think we could separate it. Our technology is mind-blowing. When I first started, I was like that cartoon with the squiggly eyes. I thought I was going to have a nervous breakdown because I am an old lady and I thought I was good at technology. And then all of a sudden I got this job and I had to buy things that went on my glasses to like filter out the light from my computer because I felt like I was going to go crazy. It was insane. I love it though. So, I mean, Follow Up Boss is great, but what is Follow Up Boss without Ylopo? Nothing, because we wouldn't have the AI hounding these people. It all works in conjunction with one another. So I can't say I like one more than another because to me, it's all one part of the same unit. I love the fact that Ylopo sends messages to my customers who tell me, I can't wait to meet your assistant when I come to town. And I thought, busy that day. Like, what do you say? You're talking to a computer. I can't say that to them. So I have to make an excuse of why she can't be there. The whole thing to me is mind blowing, and how you picked and chose certain things that we're going to use. I mean, you guys have decided what elements we're using, which is amazing to me because there's so many different CRMs out there. So I had never heard of Follow Up Boss before I came here. And when people call me all the time to say, should I join Robert Slack? My first reaction is absolutely not. Leave all the leads for me. But my second reaction is there is no other brokerage to join. Honestly, this is just the simplest decision in the world. When I left my previous brokerage, they told me this is the biggest mistake you're ever going to make. And I hope she's watching when Bear hands out the rewards this year, because there are, I think, 6 of us that are getting awards from Robert Slack and the Bonita Stero. And I hope next year our whole team will be getting one. That is my goal for the team, because we are all amazing. Our technology is mind-blowing, and I thank you guys for that. I couldn't sell a house without it, because I cannot on my own send out batch emails, which everybody thinks I'm sending it just to them. I mean, I can send out 450 emails in a minute. That's incredible. So I can't tell you. I'm sorry. I love it all.
Hey,
So
Jack,
Jack, we talk about it, all these ingredients. It's like baking a cake.
Yep.
And you have to have all the ingredients to make it work. And yeah, people say, so how can we tell everybody what we do? Because we can tell them till we're blue in the face. And our other brokerages will never take all those ingredients. And you leave one out, leave Wailopo out, leave Follow-Up Boss out, leave something else out, that cake's never going to turn out.
Even with ingredients, if you don't tell them they've got to cream the butter and sugar before adding,
I get it.
It's not going to work. Baby. It's not gonna work.
And
Yeah.
Jackie, just so you know, we're not going to run out of leads anytime soon. Right now, our database is up to 805,000. So
Wow.
we're good. There's more than enough for you.
No, that's my other thing, is don't be greedy. I've passed on leads to other people in my group because I know they're more knowledgeable. And don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to bring friends on. I do it all the time because there's more than enough to go around.
Jackie, I couldn't have written a script any better for you to say that. So thank
Well,
you.
you did. Isn't that what you sent me earlier? Okay.
I love it. I love it. I want to talk real quick because you pointed it out. And while you were saying it, I was watching every other panelist here all shaking their heads when it, like, I love the thing how you described it, my little squiggly eyes and then blah, 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 with technology. Everybody out there, understand, yes, we have a lot of technology. Absolutely. Master it. Master the technology. You will master your domain. I mean, just was said, every single person on here was shaking their head. Understand, don't let the technology be the crutch for you. Learn it, understand it, ask your team leader. There are training classes every single day on every piece of technology we have. Why? Because that's the driver. That's the driver. So, I mean, it's there for you every single day. If you're not going to master it, you'll not master real estate with Robert.
Technology is your friend in this business.
Has to be. Wow. All right. Well, that went down a great way. So I'm going to say, Tara, all right. I don't even know if I can ask the same question because I'm probably going to get the same answer.
She killed it.
So what do you do with the technology? I mean, talk to me about, okay, yes, we talk about the big picture. Yes, we have Follow-Up Boss. Yes, we have Wailopo. Yes, we have XYZ. What part of one of those is the most important, do you think, or do you use the most?
I love them all, just like Jackie, love them all. They just enhance this business like so much. Even my last broker, I had an agent that didn't even have a cell phone. So this is like completely, this is completely different for me, 100%. And I'm young, and I'm like, man, I feel like I'm old. Like my son should be working this. And I mean, I absolutely love it. And I love that, in fact, it'll send me an alert. Somebody favorited a property or somebody looked at a property and they seen it 15 times, and I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm calling this lead and I'm calling my client like, oh my God, I had you on my mind, and this new property just hit the market, and I think this would be perfect for you. I'm going to send it out to you. And I'm sending them the same property they looked at, and they think I'm a mind reader. And they're like, oh my God, Tara, you're great. Can we see this? And it brings that conversations. And I kind of piece together the ones that they like, if they haven't responded to me on certain ones that kind of interest them, and I'm sending it back to them, or sending ones that's pretty close to what they love, and they're finally following up with you. I love that aspect of it, 100%.
Ron Sommer, specific piece of the technology you go, wow, I do this every day. I send push listings. I go to my list. What is it?
I use push listings. You hit the magic word. I use that a lot. And just so you know, I'm part of 2 MLS boards. I'm part of Citrus County And my primary is Marion County, so that gives me stellar. But in addition to, and I kind of found it interesting, it sounds like some people aren't using some of this, but when I get a client,
Hey, Ron,
yes, sir.
Little secret, that's why we're here.
But when I get a client and I find out what they like, I actually set up MLS searches for them. And then using push listings, it shows you what they viewed, it shows you what they haven't looked at. And sometimes you find things in there and look, let me send this because they're not seeing it or not looking at it. Just more ways to help guide them. So that's one of the toys I really like.
I agree. Cassandra?
I love Follow Up Boss. When I started almost 3 years ago with Robert Slack, or when it was Robert Slack Find Homes, I come from, property management background where we had a CRM where we would enter information of the client. So I love the fact that it gives you the background where you can enter, specific things of what they're looking for if they have kids. And I love the fact that you can send out push listings. A lot of times when I get reviews, I send out a push, I send out a bulk email to every one of my recent review. And it gives you a template where you can paste the review there. And, I just love Follow Up Boss. It's a great system. It's a great CRM. It has a calendar on there. You have reminders, your tasks. I look at my hot sheet. I love that YLOPO lets you know when if they're what property they looked at, when they do a showing request. Hands down, Follow Up Boss is my favorite. I love it.
All right, Ron.
All right. What I would have to say, besides what everyone has already said, for the newer agents especially, learn how to use YLOPO to your advantage. When I first started, didn't really know how to use it that well, and I would be in contact with somebody, talk to them, and then YLOPO starts kicking in. And that can be confusing to your customer, and it might peeve some people off. It's like, what's going on here? Who am I talking to? I just talked to somebody. So learn how to shut off some of the, opt them out of the future texts or conversations if you've had direct contact with them. Always keep the priority alerts on, and all that stuff. And I would like to add another piece of something that's cheap, Clips videos. It's an app you can download for free. I use it all the time. You make a simple video introducing yourself, you send it via text, and people check their text. I mean, I think it's like 95% of people will check that text out. And I've had a lot of people respond to me that way rather than all my attempts or anyone's attempts trying to get a hold of them. So it's really, really useful. I use it a lot. So Clips.
Thank you. So if you are one of the agents that are out there right now, right, listening, and some of what you just heard sounds foreign, you probably need to get with your team leader and say, can you help me understand a little more of X, Y, or Z? Can you help me what Jackie was saying or Cassandra was saying, on the Rockstar agents, I didn't understand what they meant by this, because I think I need to understand it better, because I'm going to be a better agent by understanding it. So if you're sitting out there and you went, I don't even know what they're talking about on some of this stuff. Every person on here at some point had that same feeling. Every single person started there with that same, I'm not sure I can understand this. I'm too old for technology. I can't figure this out. I got kids running around. I'll never learn it. Take the time to learn it. If you just heard something that sounded a little bit foreign that you did not understand, please get with your team leader. Please ask them for the additional schedule of training that we have every day, because that's how you're going to increase your business 25, 30, 40, 50% year over year. Okay. All right. One last question, because I know there was an announcement we want to try to make here today before this is over as well. My last question to all of you. What's the most important characteristic or trait to being a successful real estate agent? And again, you got brand new agents. They're trying to figure out what do I need to focus on? Not technology, right? But in themselves. In themselves. What can I do? What should I do? All right, Ron Sommer.
Biggest thing is be you and just care about your clients. They're going to know it's from your heart. I literally took somebody this weekend. We ran all over Florida, seriously, north, south, and everywhere else, because they were looking for certain types of properties. Somewhere in the process, they were like, they actually got me a gift card. I was like, really? But it was because of the amount of work I was doing. So just be you.
Excellent. Tara?
My advice would be to stand out. No matter what people say, no matter what your fears are. I mean, I'm pretty sure Robert Slack had some fears before he opened up his own brokerage. So you just have to just bite the bullet and go for it.
All right. Ron, Speeda? You're on mute.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, Ron took it from me as well. Just, just be sincere, and show that you actually care about what you're doing. You're not just there trying to make a sale and you could care less about the person. If you put forth an extra effort with people, make yourself flexible again. They're like, this guy actually cares about what he's doing. And that makes a difference. So.
Great. Cassandra?
I think, especially when, finding your why, why are you doing this for, the best thing about being a realtor is you're being able to be successful by helping other people out, and being genuine, being yourself and showing that you care is where you're going to earn the business, and they're going to refer you to other people because you were honest with them. You looked out for their best interest. And they're gonna recommend you to other people, but definitely finding your why. Once you find your why, you're gonna do great.
Excellent, thank you. Hey, Jackie.
I think most importantly, you just need to be confident. Don't be afraid to show what you don't know. You can't know every single community. You can't have every single answer. Just say, I don't know, but find the answer and let them know the answer as soon as you can. Don't just leave them hanging. Also know where you can find the answer. Don't forget, we pay for a realtor legal hotline. If there's something like that you need to find out, that's always somewhere you can go for an answer too if you need it. But be confident, be yourself. Treat them like you would treat a family member. And that's how I tell my buyers too. Like I've sold a lot of homes to people who weren't able to be here. So I'd make little videos. But I show them like the grout in the bathroom that needs to be repaired. Don't be the salesperson, be their confidant, be the person that they can rely on, be confident, get the answers, be yourself, put a lot of money in your pocket. Good luck.
All absolutely amazing answers. I'll tell you, as we've gone through this today, and I wrote this down, I don't know if I could be more proud of all of our agents. I'm telling you, it has humble hearts, genuine, when just you get it. That's where real estate starts, and you get that, and that's why you're successful. That's why our company is growing. That's why your business is flourishing, because you start with the heart in mind. And when you're just genuine and humble, and you're not there to try to sell, it's everything. And to all the new agents on here, when I say new agents, we probably have 100 agents on this call right now that have been with us less than 6 months, probably less than 3 months. Some of those not even on yet. I hope what you heard today wasn't about selling, right? This is not about selling real estate. This is about just helping, being genuine, being humble, getting to know people. So thank all of you, all 5 of you. Absolutely amazing.
Dan, can I pitch in one more thing?
Absolutely, Ron. I've got 3 pages of notes, so you can for 3 more hours, go right ahead.
It's just, in an effort to throw this out, I did write it down. It's something that I also do to educate myself. I'm going on 4 years, but I feel like I only know like 20% of this business. So when I come across something, if I don't want to bother my team leader, who is great, KB, but if I don't want to do that and I take some time, go on YouTube, especially the newer agents out there. You can learn so much by watching different things, listing presentations, how to approach some different things. You can find out about loans. You can learn so much if you don't know an answer to something just by YouTube, and you can do that anytime, So educate yourself. And that you're going to run into stuff as you go along that you don't know much about. Go on YouTube. I'm telling you, it's really good.
I'd like to give you one other little thing that some people forget about. Answer your phone. Because more and more our business is going to live handoffs. So to all the new agents out there, please answer your phone. Okay?
Yeah, it starts with picking up the phone. It starts, you know what, Jackie, I'm going to go back. I wrote it down as well, because I remembered when I started in real estate. You said be confident. And that's that hard piece when you just get started in real estate, right? When you don't have the knowledge because you're just getting started, but still be confident, and be confident that you're not going to have all the answers, right? And that's okay, as long as you're humble and you're genuine, you're kind, and you let them know that you'll be fine. Absolutely fine. All right, so here's what I want. We've got almost 400 people on this call. I want all of you to take a look real quick, look at your notes. I want you to take the top thing that you learned today. You wrote down, you said, I'm going to start this tomorrow. I want every single one of you put it in chat. Okay. And we're not going to have this top thing, but what it is going to do, it's going to allow us probably take the top 5 things and to make sure that we continuously train and provide you information and technology on those five topics. So all of you out there, please put the top 5 things, or the top 1 thing, in the chat box for us so we can see it. All right, so we've got a guest today, and Dawn, I'm going to let you introduce our guest, and let's go from there.
Awesome. Well, guys, Dan has said since I've been with the company, that we're only getting started, and this proves true every single week, because there's something new. And I've shared this before. I was in a meeting with Dan, and he was asked the question, when people buy real estate 2, 3, 4 years from now, what does that look like? And that wasn't when people buy real estate in Florida 2, 3, or 4, 5 years from now. It was when people buy real estate 3, 4, or 5 years from now, what does that look like? And as absolute as anyone has said anything, I think, in my entire life, he says, I want them to buy a home from Robert Slack. And I took that to heart, and we were presented with an opportunity to chat with some folks a few weeks back from one of Robert's good broker friends, Bernie Gallerani in Nashville. He in turn put us in contact with the gentleman that just popped up on our screen that I'm going to introduce here shortly. And Dan mentioned, when we've gone through, since I've been with the company, we've gone through Robert Slack 2.0, 3.0. Guys, when I'm telling you, we are getting ready to blow the walls off of and I'm getting chills saying this right now, blow the walls off of real estate, not just in the state of Florida, but throughout the entire nation. Get ready for this. Mr. Craig Suing, it's all yours, buddy. Oh, you're on mute.
Well, that was anticlimactic. You introduced me and I just come out and I'm muted. Awesome. Well, thank you guys, Don, Dan, Kat, and I want to officially say that this is the biggest real estate Zoom I've ever been on. I've been on some Zoom calls and done some speaking, but to have you guys be able to corral 400 people in the world we live in right now is pretty impressive. So nice to meet everyone. Everyone probably is like, who the heck are you and why are you on this call? So I guess I'll take a shot at answering that. My name is Craig Sewing. I'm the CEO of Ignite Media. So everybody knows my background is in real estate. When I was 21 years old, I worked for MTV in New York City. When I was 21 and a half, I got into real estate and mortgage. And I'm now 41 years old and been in this media/business space for 2 decades. And I think all of us would probably agree, whether you've been in it for 20 years or 2 years, that this industry is going through a dramatic shift. And that dramatic shift sits in the way of, I would just suggest that your job as a realtor has always been to get to the consumer first. The challenge that you have right now is you have a competitor, and that competitor is called tech. And tech has $1 trillion. And they're going to continue to convert to brokerages, and they're going to take 35 to 55% on the back end. And so what do we got to do to win against tech and also stand out against our competition? I'll tell you, number one, I just heard it in the 2 minutes I was on this call, is you got to stay working from your heart, not your head. To hear Dan speak about servant leadership in your communities, it literally gives me goosebumps. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's a true leader right there. And we got to remember, it's about serving, not selling. And that's what I'm here to talk about. I'm not a motivational speaker, but I just think it's really, really special what you guys are doing in Florida and the leadership team that I've gotten to meet. As far as my role with your organization, I'm the executive show producer of a national TV show called The American Dream. It is a real show, not a reality show. So it's not any of that reality garbage you see out there. This is a real show. And what we do is we partner with real estate teams in cities all across the country to be the voice of their marketplace. And essentially we allow those real estate teams to create the content with us. And we have formed a partnership with the Robert Slack team, your leadership team, to bring this show to have you guys be the voice of Florida real estate. And that show is going to air on CNBC, which has 80 million households. And when I say NBC, I'm talking like that CNBC, like Squawk on the Street, The Profit, Shark Tank, CNBC. So we are going to get our production crew together starting in February, and we're going to show why Florida is an amazing state. We're going to show off the lifestyles, the culture, the neighborhoods, and the real estate. And we are going to position it where you guys are the voice of that marketplace. So as we talk about our show, my goal is to win an Emmy. So I'd love for you guys to help me do that. It's very well polished, very well produced. My company has about 60 employees. My leadership team all has a background in real estate. We all live and breathe this real estate thing. We love it. My parents still live in the house I was raised in. I really love this real estate space, and I love the stories around it. You need food, you need water, and you need shelter. I think real estate's a really special thing that we get to serve families with in our community. So we're going to bring those stories alive in Florida. And because of your leadership, we formed a partnership to do it with you and exclusively with you. We're going to create an awesome show. We're going to show off your guys' listings. And I just want to give you a little advice on this. As much as it's a show and it will get millions of views, I want everybody on this call to understand it's a B2B model first before it's a B2C show. In other words, you need to be on this Zoom call right now, understanding that your leadership team has just brought you an asset that you can leverage in your business models in a way that's going to help you secure more listings. First of all, it's going to create listing opportunities. That's easy. That's the icing on the cake. More importantly, it's going to create brand and relational opportunities. I always say that when we talk about this tech thing and tech getting involved, well, guess what? Tech is the big, cold, no heart machine. We have hearts, and Dan just spoke to that. We got to bring that alive. We got to make that brand live. That's how you're going to win with tech. And you cannot gain market share without being a great marketer. Marketing is done in the way of video, digital, and social. There's no exception to that statement. Redfin has increased their marketing budget 400%. It's not on print. They want to knock you out of the business. What are you going to do to stand up, to hold your market share and gain it against these tech companies? You better have a great story. There's not a better way to do it than have a well-polished TV show that shares that story. So we're going to help you create that. And my hope for all of you is you leverage that more than just, oh, we're on this show. That when you sit down on a listing appointment, you say, hey, Mr. Seller. In some cases, we do videos. I'm sure you're going to talk with other great realtors around here that might do a video for you. I want to let you know that we're a part of a national TV show centered around real estate. This is the same show that features Ryan Serhant from the $1 Million Listing, Seth O'Byrne from Hot Properties on HGTV. We have been chosen as the voice for Florida real estate, and coming up on the next episode, we'd love to feature this property where we sell a lot of real estate. You notice I'm not using the word video. Every realtor can do a video. You guys are going to have a show, and we're going to take that show and we're going to redistribute it. We're going to drive viewership. We're going to build the brand of the Robert Slack team. I don't think you're going to be able to do every deal in Florida, but I do think everybody in Florida should know who you are, and we're going to make sure of that. So I'll stop there. I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm really excited about this. We've done this for, I told you I got into media in 2001 when I worked for MTV. Mortgage real estate to 2009, created a national radio show. It was 2013 we launched the American Dream in San Diego. And I'll just tell you, if you went back and looked at our first show, you would agree with me when I make the next statement. It sucked, but all of those realtors are still with us because we've evolved and they've been able to leverage it as a meaningful platform. So from 2016, where we launched Ignite Media, I took this thing across the country into 52 cities. We did some things in Florida. We've evolved our American Dream 2.0. I heard some software reference earlier for your organization. And we're looking for kind of a less is more, to go deeper with a team, not several teams. And that team in Florida is going to be the Robert Slack team. And I'm just really, really, really excited about this. And yeah, with that being said, I have a lot of passion around it. I'm happy to answer any questions. Dan, Don, if you're going to lead the group or however you see fit.
Greg, what I'd like to do real quick, thank you so much. I'd like to play that sizzle reel real quick, just to kind of give everybody an idea of the level of production that's going to go into the show that's going to be produced specifically in Florida, featuring all of us, our agents, and our state. So hang on one second, let me share this.
So the American Dream is a national TV show centered around real estate, but underneath it all, the American Dream is a real show, not a reality show. Let's give real stories out there.
I think media is incredibly important in all businesses.
We're giving our agents the tools, and secondly, the encouragement, and show them the successes that other agents are having. We're trying to be the knowledge broker. We're trying to be the educator.
I refer to realtors as community ambassadors.
I believe leadership is the game right now, and content is the currency.
Like that.
Guys, that's what started a whole new level. Dan, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Craig, so much for coming on today and sharing that with us. We are absolutely, we're delighted that we're partnering together to just take this, what we've done and created in 6 years to the level that we've done it. Now, as you said, we will be the voice of Florida real estate. People will know when you go into a listing. People will know who you are. They will understand Robert Slack. The brand is going to be out there. You're going to be out there. This takes everything to a whole new level. And I couldn't be more excited at this point in where we're at in this company, and to be able to, again, to partner with you guys. This is exciting news. I don't know if you can see all the different things coming on in chat, but man, I thought that the teams that are out there, I think they're ready to go. I think they love the listing part. That's something that we really wanted to drive for a long time. We've been a buyer market pretty much for 6 years, but now the listing side and just getting that brand, where is it? Getting that brand right there, this Robert Slack brand out there that everybody knows. When that flag or sign goes in that yard, they know. When you show up and you've got your name, they know. And you're gonna have so much marketing material that comes out of this that it's your fingertips. And that's something, Craig, that you had mentioned before. Most of these places, they keep all the content, right? So, I mean, we get all that content. We get to repurpose it, right? We get to go back to the 805,000 leads in our database and say, oh, by the way, while you've been sitting there for the last couple of years in our database, here's what we've been doing. This is who we are today. And the scary part is, which is also a great part, I'm not sure we can handle the volume. How many of you out there can handle some more sales? Just raise your hand, put it in chat, raise your hand, right? Get ready for Robert Slack 4.0. So Craig, thanks again. I know We got meetings earlier this week. We got meetings this week. We got meetings tomorrow. Production starts in February. First show when, Craig?
We'll be in February. And about those sign riders, you can put an as seen on those things. So we'll come up with some, we'll come up with some creative strategies for you. So we'll be looking to put this together in February for you guys. There'll be a lot of calls with your leadership team, and I'll allow Dan, Kat, and Don to integrate you guys as you guys see how it makes sense. We're going to be focusing on each of your cities, why those cities are amazing. And look, I'm not talking just like the stuff that tourists know. I'm talking the nooks, the crannies, the neighborhoods, the school districts, the farmers markets. You're going to be the voice of those markets, and can't wait to share them. If you want to learn a little bit more about me, get to know me, I posted in the chat box here. My Instagram is @CraigSewingMedia. Take a picture of the Zoom, tag me, I'll follow you back. Instagram story this thing. But it's @Craig Sewing Media. Sewing is spelled like a sewing machine. And The American Dream is @The American Dream TV. I did drop it in the chat box for you guys. But look, just reach out. I'm here to, I've always looked at this as a model I call it the 4 M's: media, marketing, and masterminding and mentoring. So media, it's a show. Marketing, you're going to leverage it as a marketing platform. Mentoring, it's a coaching model. We're here to help you leverage this thing. We want you to build brand equity. We want you to leverage it relationally. Invite the mayor on the show, or city council members and builders. And masterminding is, look, a rising tide lifts all boats. We want to talk through this. What's working, what's not, how can we raise the bar? So your influence, your communication, and all this, good, bad, or ugly, feedback is a breakfast of champions. Please let us know how it feels for you guys. We want to be a great partner. So with that being said, thank you so much for having me on this call, and thanks for allowing me to be a part of your guys' journey. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Craig, before you jump off, I mean, I don't think Robert was on our call the other day. Mr. Slack, there is a true Robert Slack right here, if you can see.
Believe it or not, Craig, I didn't just pick the name out of the phone book, okay?
I see him. Good to meet you.
You too. You too.
And Craig, if you had the opportunity, if you haven't, go to our website, pull up the About You video of Robert, and learn why everybody on this call. And it's Robert's birthday, by the way, Craig, today. And so
happy birthday.
We threw a nice birthday party, virtual birthday party with 407 or 8 people on it. So again, Robert, happy birthday from all of us. We're going to send you those links. You didn't get to see all of it, but there were many, 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 many more people that wanted to wish you a happy birthday, and that link's coming over to you. But I promise you, you might want to have some tissue a little bit later. That's all I'm saying.
I'm ready.
All right, there we go. All right, everybody. I hope you put what you learned and what you want to know a little bit more about in the chat box. Craig, thanks again. We look forward to our relationship.
All right, guys.
Guess what? Hold on.
Thank you. Cheers.
Hold on. Thank you. Hold on to where we're going, because guess what? We're just getting started. Thanks, everybody.
Everyone, I'm going to hang out for a few minutes, answer some questions if you'd like. Thanks, everybody. Rock stars, thank you for joining. Robert, happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you.
Hi, Kat.
Hi. I wanted to make sure I unmuted myself.
Thank you. Whew. So how big is that, guys, our rock stars on this call?
Unbelievable. How do we sign up?
Don,
I was just talking about doing videos.
I'm sorry?
I've got one listing that a team member and I have been trying to get on Marco Island that I'd love to tempt with this. And
so
really...
we have a production meeting with them tomorrow, and what we're going to do, they give us some pre-marketing materials that allow us to go and say, hey, do you want your home featured on a show, blah, 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 blah. So all that's going to be coming out. But yeah, shoot us the info. Kat and I are working directly together on the pre-production and all that. Dan obviously is highly involved, but first episode is going to start shooting February 15th to 16th. It'll be on CNBC Saturday morning on, I think it's March 28th.
Yeah.
But more info to come out about that. And then what's great about that too is they deliver us a whole package of sizzle reels after they shoot the episode. So we get sizzle reels, social media content, I mean, just on and on and on. So we can repurpose all of that. You as agents can repurpose it. I mean, it just...
I spent a ton of money for one of my listings just doing Out and About Southwest Florida, some Sunday morning TV show where they do a little blurb of your listing. Mm-hmm. This is huge in comparison to that. But
hang on one sec, Scott. We are exclusive in the state of Florida. Yes, they've got other shows throughout the country. Most of them have individual cities, like Bernie Gallerani has Nashville. We are the only brokerage that has the entire state licensed. Yes. How else do we do things? We don't think this. We, world domination. Sorry, go ahead, Jackie.
Nothing. I'm just looking forward to getting information. I guess it's probably will trickle through our team leader as to how we can tempt these people to list with us because of this purpose.
We're going to have more information come shortly. We'll be sending it out. It'll be in Slack news. Your team leaders will have access to it, and we'll be communicating it as well. So
excellent. Thanks so much. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks for coming in. You guys go kill it.
Have a great day.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Ala, yes, we are going to put out and let people know that the potential exists for them to be featured on the show. Each episode is going to have 3 different segments. It's going to have a lifestyle segment. It's going to have a newsworthy segment. It's going to have a featured listing segment, which will be probably more of a luxury type listing. And then at the tail end of that, there will be also featured listings that will have other listings from throughout the state. So yes, that would be one way to woo them back, but they will have to list with us. Where are you staying? Starting. We're starting in Orlando. We're going to do a little bit about the company to kind of give people the lowdown. I think we've identified our first listing. Not sure yet, but there's a potential like 5.9 listing that we might be getting inked today, as a matter of fact. Appears to be that will be the one if we get it signed. But guys, we're going to be doing these months in advance and identifying the properties. So. Indeed, Leslie, we are. World domination, right? Any price range, question mark. Featured listings, obviously, we're going to hit the one that we do the big 10 or 12 minute segment. Those are going to be high dollar, Nunzio, but the other ones, providing it has some visual qualities to it, not so much concerned. It'll be probably still pictures, not video, but it will list the property. It will probably have the agent's name and number and all of that. And we got to feature some of your sauce, brother. We start filming in February. The first show episode will air end of March. I think he said March 28th. And yes, Howard, how can we do Florida without the keys, buddy? It'll be 1 episode a month, Barbie. Currently we're in for 6 months, but I don't see this going away. So it'll be from now on. Got some hardcore here, Kat. They're hanging out till the very bitter end, seeing if they can get some.
I know. I'm actually texting. I'm texting people back.
Some scoop. Yeah, this is a super exciting thing for the next level. All righty, everybody. Well, if there aren't any further questions, let's see, there are. Won't most houses be sold by the time it hits the air? Not necessarily, but it's not necessarily whether or not they're sold. The idea number one is to get them listed, and most people who sell homes like that are going to want what? They are going to want to say that my home was seen on national television. So yes, the idea is to sell it quickly, but the other idea is to give people that gratification and knowledge that their home aired on a national television. And quite frankly, it's a hook, right? People are going to respond to that ad, and we'll end up getting a ton of listings as a result of it. As notes, could they expand the size of background notes in this area and maybe have sections? That's something we have to put into product development, and I'm not sure. Yes, Kat is probably going to be on the show. Not probably, but more than likely. Thank you all. Have a great day. Did you know when you're coming to Jacksonville? Well, Barbie, you never know. Depends on if a certain listing that's sitting at about 5.9 gets done, but we will be coming to Jacksonville to feature it as one of the great cities. I've already reached out to all of the team leaders, asking them for those great, kind of off the grid, awesome things about the city. I mean, anybody can Google what's great to do in Jacksonville. My question to do, Barbie, is are there things that are like on the down low that nobody knows about that's just mind blowing? Those are the things we want to cover and what's going to make this different for everybody. Is there a fee for featuring the house? No fee. It is just that they're listed and we and the producers pick that home to be featured. Oh, I see you answered that already, Kat. Sorry. Yeah, just give us the listing. Go get it. We'll even do a 1 million. Keep in mind there are other places, right? The featured listing is going to be the crown jewel, but we'll probably have 8, 10, or 12 other listings that have individual. We'll do like a photograph slideshow of them, feature the agent and all that. But I will say this: the agent that has the featured listing for the month gets to tour us. They'll get to share a little bit about the home. They'll get to tour us through the property. So that'll be kind of fun for you as well. $74 people still hanging out with us. For new potential Roberts like realtors, is there a monthly fee? If you're in the traditional or the 100% division, it's a $95 a month fee. If you are in the leads division, or if you are a salaried agent, there are no fees. Mustafa, looking forward to seeing it. Although very, very unique kind of scares me, because there's unique good and there's unique not so good. But we'll trust that in Palm Beach at 2.5 million, it's probably a unique good, right? We've all seen those very specific homes, right? Who can I talk to? Go here, go to HBS. Go there. Oops. JoinRobertSlack.com. If you fill out the app, that's going to go to Steve Puzzin, who is our recruiter, and he will have someone get with you, or he'll get with you himself. There we go. Did it as a hyperlink. Makes it even easier. That way you only have to click it. Or hey, like Kat said, what area are you in? Yep. Yeah, that would be the way. Just go to that website, fill out the app. Steve will get you connected and send you some information. You can. Are you an experienced realtor, Simo? Good. Absolutely. Yeah. Reach out to Steve and he'll gladly get you connected for a quick interview with him, and then interviewing with the team leader. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and shut this bad boy down. Thank you, everybody. Kat, good seeing you. Glad everything's at least somewhat good. We'll chat later.